What is up, people? This is Odang Gaming. If you have a second and you want to help out a fellow gamer, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I truly enjoy making content for all you watching. Now, let's get to it. I'm here today because I just want to talk about the top 5 bosses in Diablo 4's story. Now, there's a ton of bosses in this game, but I wanted to go over who I thought were the top 5 bosses that we all face when we do play the story to completion. So, here's my list. At number 5 is Elias. Now, as Lilith's right-hand man, and as much as we have to see him and listen to him in this game, I thought he deserved to be on this list. I thought the voice actor for him was awesome. He sounded super creepy. And as an overall boss, I thought he was great. The fact that he has 4 different phases, and in each phase he gets a little stronger. And he's like this badass necromancer, sorcerer, fallen Haradrim. Definitely a worthy opponent of, the Nephilim and a barbarian like myself. Now, he wasn't the hardest boss by any means in the game. I beat him, singly and multiplayer a bunch of different times. But he definitely is harder than most of the other bosses in my opinion. And just like I said, the fact you have to fight him so many times, I just thought made him very unique. So he definitely made it in at the top 5 spot at number 5. Now, another boss I definitely had to put on the list at number 4 was the Tyrant King Broll. I thought that this dude's design and moveset and just overall character was just awesome. He looks sweet. He's brute force and just mad damage. He's like not even a demon or a monster, which I think I like that more. It's just like fighting like another like Nephilim almost. Now his moveset is pretty great. He can summon NPCs, which I definitely think bumps him up as a tougher boss. But he does have a move if you're able to dodge it where his blades get stuck in the ground and you basically get a free hit. So, like I said, he's not maybe the hardest ones in the game, but man, I thought he was just an overall sweet boss, and he was difficult enough where I think he deserves a spot in the top 5. Now at number 3 is probably my personal favorite boss in the game, and that's Astaroth. I thought everything about Astaroth was just so freaking cool. His design is awesome. He's riding like a 5-headed dragon wolf, and he's got this sweet like halberd or axe that can summon meteors from the sky, and just everything about him is just so much cooler than all the other bosses in my opinion. The fact that he is like this character that we watch get possessed and come to life as this demon, and he rides this giant feral animal. Like, I don't know, I just loved him. Probably one of my favorite bosses in all of the Diablo games ever. And so much of him just like reminds me of kind of like the Nameless King in Dark Souls 3, for those of you who've played it. Just like, man, the entrance and just everything about him is like cool, and he looks like he would be a pretty tough boss. I remember recording the cutscene when you first see Astaroth, and I must have watched it like 10 times because I liked it so much. It was just so dark and brutal, and just like the way they bring him in is just awesome, and just seriously like one of my favorite bosses and like little intros ever. Number 2 on my list of bosses is Andariel. Wish the Maiden of Anguish had a cutscene because she was a badass boss. I love how the design is like this tortured demon. So like chains come out of the ground and chain you, and she's chained, and there's like blood and fire moves that just bring out mad damage. I really love how the design changes through a different phase as she breaks her bonds and now is like free from them and just only seems to be more dangerous and a better version of a boss. I really think Diablo 4 did a great job with this boss. I really think it is probably easily, in the top 3 without question. If Lilith wasn't in this game, I would say she would be the best boss in the game. But Lilith is in the game, and she is number 1 of all the bosses. I thought Lilith was a great final boss. She was a great villain for this game, Every cutscene with her was just awesome. The dialogue was great. Whoever voiced her was phenomenal. And everything about Lilith just screamed final boss. The final boss fight was epic. It was multiple phases and really cool moves they gave her. I thought as a final boss she was much better than like Diablo from Diablo 3 and Mathiel from the Reaper of Souls DLC. So in my opinion, Lilith takes the cake, an easy #1 pick. So that's my top 5 bosses. I want to thank y'all for watching. This is Odang Gaming. If you got a second and you want to help a gamer out, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. And thanks for watching.